extended section of this video, the deep dive into Plug Power's spot pricing announcement. For those of you who love the details, this section is for you. We're going to break down additional information, covering the business side of hydrogen, investor insights, and why this spot pricing change could be a game changer for the market. 1. Legal disclaimers and safe harbor statements. Why do they matter? What it is. This section in the press release is basically Plug Power covering itself legally. They're saying, hey, we're making predictions, but they might not come true, so don't sue us if things don't go as planned. This is required for any publicly traded company, like Plug Power, which trades on NASDAQ under Plug, when they talk about future projections. Why investors should care. If you're investing in Plug Power or the hydrogen market, this means that their projections about increased demand, revenue, or future adoption of hydrogen aren't guaranteed. However, including this statement also signals that Plug Power expects meaningful changes in how hydrogen is bought and sold, or they wouldn't make such a big move. While it might seem like just legal talk, this is a sign that Plug Power is betting on a major industry shift, but investors should still watch how the market reacts before making big decisions. 2. The role of S&P Global Platts and why it's important. S&P Global Platts is one of the biggest price reporting agencies for energy markets. They track and publish price data for oil, natural gas, electricity, and now, hydrogen. Plug Power submitting its hydrogen prices to Platts means hydrogen is now moving towards a standardized pricing system, just like oil and gas. Why investors should care. If Platts starts widely publishing hydrogen price assessments, it makes hydrogen a legitimate tradable commodity rather than something controlled by fixed contracts behind closed doors. Transparency is key to attracting new investors. If businesses and traders can see hydrogen prices fluctuating like any other energy source, they're more likely to invest in hydrogen infrastructure. This is a huge step toward hydrogen becoming a major part of the energy market, similar to crude oil, natural gas, and electricity. Companies that want to access the official price data from Platts will need a license, making this new pricing model a serious move toward market standardization. 3. Plug Power's long-term vision and hydrogen highway. Plug Power isn't just selling hydrogen. They want to build an entire ecosystem where hydrogen is the main fuel source. They are creating a hydrogen highway across North America and Europe, meaning fueling stations, production plants, and transportation networks, all using hydrogen. The company is also building a gigafactory to mass-produce electrolyzers and fuel cells to support this infrastructure. Why investors should care. If Plug Power can successfully establish a hydrogen infrastructure, they position themselves as a dominant force in the green energy market. Think of Tesla's supercharger network. One reason Tesla vehicles became so widely adopted is that they built the charging network themselves. Plug Power is trying to do the same for hydrogen. Key takeaway, spot pricing is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. Plug Power wants to reduce friction in hydrogen adoption by making both the fuel and the infrastructure more accessible. If they succeed, Plug could become the first mover giant of the hydrogen economy. 4. Hydrogen production capacity. Why 45 tons per day matters. Plug Power's hydrogen production capacity from its participating plants, Woodbine, Georgia, Charleston, Tennessee, and St. Gabriel, Louisiana, is about 45 tons per day. But what does that actually mean in real-world usage? Breaking it down, a fuel cell electric vehicle, FCEV, like a Toyota Mirai, consumes about 5 kilos of hydrogen to fill up. 45 tons equals 45,000 kilos, meaning Plug Power's daily production could theoretically fuel 9,000 fuel cell cars per day. Industrial applications require even more hydrogen. For example, a steel plant using hydrogen instead of coal might require several tons per day. Why investors should care? Compared to the total hydrogen demand, 45 tons per day is still a small number. But this is just the beginning. If Plug Power's model works and demand skyrockets, they will need to expand production significantly, which could mean new investments in hydrogen plants, pipelines, and partnerships. The spot pricing model will only work if supply scales up to match future demand. Investors should watch for expansion announcements. New hydrogen plants will indicate Plug Power is winning in the market. 5. The industrial gas giant. Behind the deal, who could it be? The press release says Plug Power signed a deal with one of the largest industrial gas companies, but doesn't name them. Major players in the hydrogen industry include Air Liquide, Linde, and Air Products and Chemicals, all of which are massive suppliers of hydrogen worldwide. Why investors should care? If Plug Power has partnered with a global gas supplier, it means they aren't doing this alone. They have industry backing. This increases credibility and lowers the risk for businesses considering switching to hydrogen. If this unnamed industrial gas giant is heavily investing in Plug Power's model, it signals confidence that spot pricing will work. If the name is eventually revealed, watch their stock too. It could also benefit from this shift. 6. The long-term versus spot pricing debate. Why this is disruptive. Historically, hydrogen has been sold through long-term contracts, locking buyers into fixed prices for years. Spot pricing removes that commitment and lets buyers purchase hydrogen only when they need it. Pros and cons of spot pricing. Pros: more flexibility for businesses. Encourages competition. Prices may go lower. Easier to scale hydrogen adoption gradually. Cons: prices could fluctuate unpredictably. Suppliers take on more risk without guaranteed contracts. Infrastructure development could slow down without stable revenue projections. Why investors should care. If spot pricing makes hydrogen more competitive, long-term contracts could become obsolete, shifting the entire market structure. However, if prices fluctuate too much, businesses may hesitate to switch, creating uncertainty in adoption rates. Spot pricing could either accelerate hydrogen adoption or create volatility. Investors should watch how many buyers actually adopt this model. A flood of new customers would mean it's working. Final thoughts. Why this matters for the future of hydrogen. This deep dive shows that Plug Power's move isn't just a simple pricing change. It's an attempt to redefine how hydrogen is bought and sold globally. Market transparency is increasing. Hydrogen infrastructure development is ramping up. Big industry players might already be backing this model. This could be the first step toward hydrogen becoming a mainstream commodity, traded just like oil and natural gas. If this works, it could be a huge moment for clean energy investment. Let me know in the comments. Do you think this shift will accelerate hydrogen adoption, or is it too early to tell? If you found this deep dive valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Until next time, Infonauts, keep exploring.